He slept on streets where people didn't even know his name. No money, no family support, no shortcuts. Just hunger, rejection, and a dream everyone laughed at. Today, the same boy rules the screen, walks red carpets, and inspires millions. This is not a movie scene. This is the real journey from poor to powerful. And trust me, this story will change the way you see success forever. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Now, let's dive into what really happened. Stop for a moment and imagine this scene clearly. A young boy lies on a cold roadside late at night. The city is loud, but he is silent. Torn newspapers are spread under his body, barely protecting him from the freezing ground. His stomach is empty, his clothes are worn out, and his pockets hold nothing, not a single coin. Yet, his eyes are wide open, shining with something rare. Hope. This is not a dramatic movie opening. This is real life. This is where his story began. Born into extreme poverty, our actor entered a world where survival came before everything else. Dreams were not discussed in his home, because food itself was uncertain. His family struggled every single day. Some nights, there was a small meal to share. Many nights, there was only silence and hunger. School was never guaranteed. Education felt like a distant dream meant for other children. Children with shoes, bags, and safe homes. While kids his age played with toys and laughed without worry, he was already learning the harsh lessons of life. He washed cars under the hot sun, sold snacks on crowded streets, carried heavy bags for strangers, all just to earn a few coins and help his family survive. Life was unfair, but it made him strong. Every day, while moving through busy streets, something magical happened. Whenever he passed a cinema hall, he slowed down. Sometimes, he stopped completely. Huge posters of famous actors hung outside. Confident faces, bright lights, powerful smiles. People admired them. Fans gathered around. And standing there, barefoot and unnoticed, a dangerous thought quietly entered his heart. One day, that will be me. He didn't say it loudly. He didn't dare to believe it fully. But the dream refused to leave him. When he finally shared his wish with others, laughter followed. Actors are born rich, they said. You need connections. Street kids don't become stars. Their words were sharp, but his dream was stronger. Because dreams don't ask where you come from. They don't care about poverty, background, or pain. They only care about one thing, how badly you want them. And this boy wanted it more than anything. Chasing a dream is never easy, but when you start with nothing, it feels almost impossible. As a teenager, he left everything behind and ran toward the city where dreams are said to come true. A city full of lights, tall buildings, and big promises. But very quickly, he learned another truth. This same city can also crush dreams without mercy. He had no home there. Most nights, he slept on footpaths, under bridges, or at bus stops, listening to the noise of traffic and the sound of his own doubts. Sometimes, he shared tiny rooms with strangers, packed so tightly that there was barely space to breathe. Food was never guaranteed. There were days when hunger became so normal that he stopped complaining about it. Every morning, he woke up with one goal: auditions. Audition halls became his second home. Long lines, tired faces, broken hopes. He stood there for hours, holding his papers, rehearsing lines in his head. And almost every time, the result was the same. You're too poor. You don't have the look. You don't have connections. These words hit harder than hunger. Rejection followed rejection. Hundreds of auditions. Hundreds of no's. Slowly, confidence began to crack. There were days when he stood outside big studios, watching luxury cars pass by, famous actors inside, laughing, living the life he dreamed of. In those moments, a painful question haunted him. Why am I even here? At one point, the pressure became unbearable. His body was tired. His heart was tired. His hope was tired. Quitting felt easier than continuing. For a moment, he almost gave up. But then, a memory stopped him. He remembered that small boy sleeping on the street, covering himself with torn newspapers. A boy who had nothing except hope. He looked at himself and made a silent promise. If I give up now, that boy loses forever. That promise changed everything. He stopped waiting for opportunities and started creating strength. He trained himself every day. He watched movies carefully, studying expressions, body language, and emotions. He practiced acting in front of broken mirrors, using his own pain as fuel. Every insult became motivation. Every rejection became a lesson. What the world saw as weakness, he slowly transformed into power. He wasn't broken anymore. He was being built. Success doesn't always announce itself with fireworks or loud celebrations. Sometimes, it comes quietly, in ways so small that the world almost misses it. After years of struggling, of facing endless rejection and disappointment, he finally landed a tiny role in a film. It was nothing glamorous, no dialogues, no camera focus, just a fleeting appearance that most viewers wouldn't even notice. To everyone else, it might have seemed insignificant, but for him, it was a glimmer of hope he had been chasing for years. Despite the small part, he gave it everything. Every expression, every movement, every glance was poured with his real emotions, his pain, his hunger, his relentless desire to be recognized. The struggles he had endured for years, sleeping on streets, surviving on scraps, enduring constant rejection, all came alive in that brief performance. And sometimes, that raw authenticity is exactly what the industry notices. A director, observing his work, saw something extraordinary. Not perfection, but honesty. That single moment became the turning point. Soon, more small roles followed. He played side characters, supporting roles, and even background appearances. These parts didn't bring fame or wealth, but they offered experience, exposure, and a chance to sharpen his craft. Every role became a stepping stone, every scene a learning opportunity. Slowly, audiences began to recognize him. People would whisper in theaters, "Who is that actor?" The curiosity was growing, and so was his presence in the industry. Then, finally, came the breakthrough role, a character whose life mirrored his own journey. A role filled with struggle, pain, hope, and relentless perseverance. He poured his heart into it, drawing from his real-life experiences of hunger, rejection, and survival. The performance was unforgettable. Critics praised his authenticity and emotional depth, while audiences were moved to tears. The boy who had once roamed streets with nothing in his pockets had finally made the world notice him. Overnight, the invisible street kid became a name that everyone remembered. This moment was not just about fame, it was a validation of years of hard work, pain, and unwavering determination. It proved that even the smallest opportunities, when embraced with honesty and passion, can become life-changing. One small role had not just changed his career, it had transformed his entire life. Fame has the power to change lives, but for some, it does not change who they truly are. For our actor, the journey from the streets to stardom was not just about recognition or wealth, it was about proving that determination and persistence can defy even the harshest circumstances. As his career began to flourish, so did his responsibilities. Major film offers came his way. Top directors wanted to work with him. Awards, accolades, and media attention followed. Those who once ignored him or laughed at his dreams now sought his guidance and wanted his presence on their projects. Despite all the glamour, luxury, and applause, he never forgot where he came from. He remembered the nights of hunger, the streets he slept on, and the struggles that once seemed insurmountable. Instead of letting fame make him distant from reality, he used his position to inspire and help others. He spoke openly about poverty, about rejection, and about the sacrifices he had made to reach where he was. He became a beacon of hope for street children, helping them get education, support, and opportunities they would otherwise never have. He also encouraged dreamers who felt invisible, showing them that no matter how small or forgotten you feel, your dreams are valid, and persistence matters more than luck. Red carpets replaced the footpaths he once walked. Luxurious homes replaced the broken shelters where he had sought refuge. Flashing cameras replaced silence, and the applause of fans replaced the loneliness of empty streets. Yet, in spite of all this transformation, he was still the same boy who had once stopped in front of cinema halls, staring at posters of famous actors, imagining himself in their place. The difference now was profound. He wasn't just imagining anymore. His face, his story, and his journey were now displayed on posters, screens, and billboards. He became a living proof that dreams can come true, no matter how impossible they seem. Stardom did not erase his past, it amplified his purpose. He had crossed the boundary between poverty and prestige, between anonymity and admiration, but he remained humble, grounded, and connected to his roots. His life became a story of hope, inspiration, and resilience, proving that even when life starts at rock bottom, with courage and determination, you can rise to unimaginable heights. This is not just the story of an actor. This is the story of belief, courage, and relentless persistence. It is a story that reminds us that life does not define you by where you start, but by how far you are willing to go. From sleeping on cold streets with nothing but torn newspapers for warmth to standing under bright spotlights, applauded by thousands, his journey teaches one powerful lesson. Your starting point does not decide your ending. Dreams don't ask for money. They don't care about wealth, status, or connections. What dreams demand is courage, the courage to face rejection, ridicule, and hardship without giving up. They ask for patience, because true success is never instant. It comes to those who are willing to endure the long nights of struggle and continue moving forward when the world seems to have forgotten them. They ask for sacrifice, because every dream requires giving up comfort, security, and often the easy path. If you are struggling today, remember him. If life feels unfair, remember him. If people laugh at your dreams, remember him. Remember the boy who had nothing but hope in his heart, who refused to give up even when the entire world told him to quit. He proved that persistence transforms pain into power, weakness into strength, and failure into opportunity. His story is a living reminder that magic happens somewhere between pain and persistence. Every setback is a lesson. Every rejection is an opportunity to grow stronger. Every small step forward, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to your dreams. And maybe, just maybe, the next pour to powerful story is not about someone else. Maybe it is yours. Maybe your journey, your struggle, and your courage will inspire millions tomorrow. Remember, no matter how impossible things may seem today, with belief, determination, and relentless effort, you can rise above your circumstances and create a life beyond your imagination. So stand tall. Keep moving forward. Dream bigger than ever. Because the world belongs to those who refuse to give up, and your story, your pour to powerful journey, is waiting to be written.